Prismatic evolutions has really just shown me something about this world, and especially in this Pokemon space, that a lot of people just seem to not understand supply and demand, and just that life isn't fair. Like, just so many people complaining and whining about the prices, that everything at MSRP got bought up by evil scalpers investors, that they weren't able to get anything because all the evil people just bought everything out. Just people complaining so much, and just I can tell by how people just talk and everything. Just people, I don't know, have a hard time adjusting to life. And this video might be a triggering one because a lot of people don't like the scalping and stuff, but I want to talk about this problem and with scalping and these evil investors buying out things at MSRP, and talk about why I believe they are part of the problem, but also the collecting people are part of the problem. Like, this is where people don't understand supply and demand, and people just like to point fingers saying what's the problem, but there's really just an inherent problem that they're a part of that they don't realize. So, obviously, scalpers, these evil people, they come into these markets when, it's possible to make easy money and flip things. That's how it starts. You know, Prismatic Evolutions was definitely the first set. I mean, you could say Surging Sparks, but definitely Prismatic is way more hyped up than Surging Sparks. This is where a lot of scalpers came in because easy money was seemingly here. Now, why was that the case? Why was it the case that, scalpers came to this set? Why wasn't it Stellar Crown? Why wasn't it Twilight? Why wasn't it Shrouded Fable? Why was it Prismatic? Why is this the set that the scalpers are coming to? It's because of demand. And guess what, guys? Demand, you're a part of it. If you're a collector, if you don't care about money, if you're just a wholesome person that just wants the product, you don't care about value, you don't care about making money, you're part of the problem. Why do you think the scalpers came here? It's because they saw the demand, and you're part of the demand. So believe it or not, you're part of this problem because you want it as much as the next person. And these evil scalpers like me, they saw that, even though I didn't really get anything at MSRP, they saw that. And they took a chance, and they used their money to buy stuff up, knowing the demand was there, knowing that people with all this demand, the price is going to go up. And you can still argue that's an evil thing to do, that even everybody knowing that this is a hyped up set, everything, nobody should have bought this with intentions of making money. It should only be people opening stuff up. You can still make that argument that it's not ethical. It shouldn't be this way. Honestly, guys, if I was in a perfect world where this scalping problem didn't exist, where people cared about money, if we were in a perfect world where just everybody was nice to each other, nobody cared about making money, and we were all fair, I would agree with you. But that's not life. And that's what people have a hard time adjusting to, is really thinking about just, this is just life. This is how it works. Like, nothing's fair. So you can either play into it, you can just not play into it and just whine. It's like, what is there to do? In this earth, scalping, it's not going to go away anytime soon. It's in the future with all these other sets, it's not going to go away. So you can either sit back and whine and say that you're not going to buy anything, which is obviously, if you're just a collector, I probably wouldn't buy any of these. But, I mean, you can't fix the problem. And honestly, you're a part of the problem because you want the set just as much as everyone else. Sets that aren't that popular, like Shrouded Fable, they didn't get scalped. Why? Because no one wants it. So, in my opinion, if you're one of those people complaining that you see all these prices, Elite Trainer boxes, triple MSRP, booster bundles like triple, even I think this is more than triple now. All these boxes, all triple, double, MSRP, whatever. I get it. It sucks. But it's life. That's just how it is. The supply and everything, there's too much demand and not enough supply. It is what it is. And honestly, even without the scalpers, this was eventually going to happen. We see it with 151. There wasn't scalping at 151 when it was first released, but eventually got expensive because of just natural demand. And obviously towards the end, yes, we see scalpers now with the Blooming Waters thing. But just, you can't fix this problem. And just people whining and everything, like, people just got to accept how life is. And honestly, in my opinion, just, I guess now, getting away from, I guess, I don't know, just speaking, I feel like the truth. If you want my advice, if you're just a collector, and now you're seeing my evil video, just, I guess, not agreeing with you, because I really think that this whole scalping thing is just kind of whatever, in my opinion. I don't know why people complain so much. in my opinion, just buy Japanese. If you're gonna complain about Prismatic being too expensive and whatever, and you're gonna skip it, if you want to open the setup, I'd just recommend buying Japanese Terrestrial Festival because it's cheaper. You have more guaranteed. You have guaranteed hits, and some people say that the card art or whatever, the texture is nicer, it pops better or whatever. Card, quality's a lot better. Just buy Japanese. But hey, if you don't even want to do that, then, and you want English, then you're going to have to pay. Or you're going to have to wait however long it takes, if it ever happens, for this set to go down in value and go to MSRP. I've talked about it so many times. I don't think this set, Prismatic, at least in the next year, in my opinion, is going to go down to MSRP at all, like even close. And in my opinion, an indication of that is 151. Guys, 151's over a year old. Has it ever, since being released, gone down to MSRP? Yeah, they've been shown up at, Target, all their stores for restocks, but in terms of market price, have we seen 151 do that? And that's part of Scarlet and Violet. Have we seen it do that? No. So what makes you think that all of a sudden, Prismatic is going to get this huge reprint here in a few months or whatever, and you're just going to keep waiting, and eventually it's going to drop to MSRP? Like, if this market doesn't slow down in the next year, I don't see it ever happening where Prismatic goes to MSRP. So you can keep, just complaining and whining about how life isn't fair and how all the evil scalpers ruin your life or whatever and ruin your childhood, whatever the case may be, man. It's just life, and it's just people in the space. Just, I don't know. They don't understand markets, or I don't know. It's like, I'm kind of tired of hearing people complain, and I wanted to make this video to kind of spread my thinking about this whole scalping issue. That it's inevitable, and you can't really solve it. And the reason why the scalping problem even exists is because of just general demand. And I think a lot of people have a hard time understanding that that's how the world works. In your perfect world, yeah, maybe this problem would exist, but it's not reality. And that's just how things are. And you can either play into it or just do nothing. And, example of me, like I said, I didn't buy anything at MSRP. On Pokemon Center, those are the only products I got: the Pokemon Center ETBs and the surprise box. And that was it. That's all I got at MSRP. Everything else I paid up for. And that's the economy we live in. That's how it is in the United States, at least. So, like I said, if you want to keep complaining, go ahead. It's going to get you nowhere in life. And, if you want my recommendation, if you still want to open up Prismatic, whatever, you have to go to the Japanese side. And you, honestly, maybe even wait to open or even buy Japanese, because we all know Japanese print stuff into the absolute ground. We know that with, V-Star Universe, we know that with all these other sets, they just print everything to the ground. So if you want to open the setup, go Japanese. Don't buy English. Don't buy from us evil scalpers. But if you have the money and you want it, you're just going to have to pay. And yeah, that's just my talk and my little rant about this whole situation. Because too many people in this space cry. And yeah, it does suck for you normal collectors. I'm not going to lie. I feel for you. But, I'm an evil investor and scalper. I see where there's opportunity and I take it. And I've been doing this since it wasn't hyped up. I've been doing this with sets that were $100 each. Like, I've been doing this. It so happens that there is this set, and I see opportunity. I still buy it. Like, I understand that a lot of collectors are mad, but you can just leave the hobby. And I've seen people say that, then just do it. Like, leave the hobby then. Like, is that going to affect the market? Not really. So if you're just upset, you can leave, come back in a few years when things cool down. But as of for now, you're gonna complain about every single set. Trust me. I don't know if Journey Together is going to be as crazy as what we're going to see with Prismatic and Team Rocket. But the next few releases, and also I guess the black and white set is going to come later, everything's going to be crazy. So you can try to take your chances with pre-ordering early. We all know how that goes with some things. Try to get things at MSRP. But other than that, this is going to keep happening. The anger and people just complaining, it's going to continue. So that's all I want to talk about. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this. Do you think I'm right or do you think I'm totally wrong? But that's just my opinion. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you on the next one.